for many years. I got to sit back and couldn't quite be a part of the team as I was once before as a young child. But I still got to watch her do some really amazing work. And my mom always would like, Dippin' Dots. We were of the age. We were the test subjects. I get it. Ask us questions. Like, want some genuine feedback. Ask our friends questions. Want some genuine feedback from our friends. So we still were always very, very involved. And through that, this is where I find my calling. I just don't know yet. My mother was the marketing director, and she had a right-hand man, which or right-hand woman, named Heidi, and she was a graphic designer. And the two of them together had done just absolutely wonderful work. Just really high class, upper level. I was very impressed. And watched them go back and forth for years. And once I started getting on the flip side, I had a couple years of just serving tables, going to school for business. I had no idea exactly what I wanted to do. But once I started to come into a calling and stuff, I had so many of these great marketing ideas with my mother. And I didn't have a Heidi, in theory. And so I built myself, and that's what I learned. That was what I put my heart and soul into education. And it started with graphic design. I have so far since educated myself on all other different digital marketing platforms and avenues, but it did start with graphic design with like an innate marketing thing. And the innateness had to be crafted through knowledge and education, which it has been since. But that's not where it started. And it's okay. So I had an innate marketing, but I needed to figure out how to get my thoughts out on paper. And so that's where it started. And I trained myself on Photoshop, Illustrator, Premiere Pro, for video editing, which is separate, but I did do it in the Adobe Creative Suite, InDesign, and Acrobat. So I did become pretty expert in all of those things, and then started working for people for marketing or sales, kind of both jobs. Just getting as much information as I could, going through transitioning out of that serving job into a little bit more of a profession. Worked a bunch of jobs, learned a ton along the way. And then really, really, while I was learning and doing that on-job experience, I was crafting through learning. And this is a huge thing for me because it is a constant go back and forth. I do not have a degree. And I don't want to say I don't want one. It's not that I don't want one. I don't have the time to do it right now. But the one thing that doesn't mean is I didn't get educated. I would say I have, okay, let's say I've gone to school part-time for 8 years. And I think that would be fair. I have watched the YouTube, did the Harvard free courses. Coursera, Google has really amazing. Verizon just came out with a whole platform, and their stuff is a little bit more like for cutting in trends and future, where your Google and your Coursera, that's all more just like legacy, like, do you know the stuff? And like, we're going to teach you about the stuff. So I still became educated. I don't have one source or one place that taught me, but that doesn't mean I didn't invest the time. And I think that's really important, you don't have to go to school to be educated, but you still have to put in the same time and effort that the person that does go to school has to put in to be educated. And that is very, very, very important. So I think that's probably about a good place to go ahead and, leave it off. That's what pushed me into my career, young childhood, serial entrepreneur. God, I actually would like to see me follow through a little bit better. So many great ideas, and I get lost in them. So that's something I'm hoping to, build on. Doing this. This is huge for me. A little bit afraid to put myself out there sometimes. And I'm doing this because I just see so many small businesses trying, and they just invest in the wrong things to start. And I would like to curve that. Even if you don't go with me, I'd like you to have education and knowledge so that whatever decision you make, you find that you made, being educated, knowing what could happen. A lot of people are just throwing money at things and hoping for results, and they're not seeing anything. And then they get this awful feedback cycle when it comes to marketing. And then when I get to them, they don't want to talk to me. I don't blame you. But hopefully by doing this, we're going to be able to help people through just different resistance points and be able to build together